What is up, Hypixel Nation? I'm your host, Lego Maestro. Let's get right into the news. Guys, as I'm sure you might imagine, I am starting today's episode off with an apology. Guys, I haven't uploaded in a week, and I am so sorry. To let you know where I've been, I have been at a convention, so I have not even been home to record. Not to make an excuse, but I am just letting you guys know where I was. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the news. Ladies and gentlemen, some stories are just too good not to cover. Our first story is coming from Skier, the creator of the auto tip mod, and a Hypixel YouTuber who recently got YouTube rank. And well, in one of my last episodes of Hypixeler, I covered how he got YouTube rank and how unfortunately he lost his 8 times coin multiplier due to the fact that YouTube rank actually gives you a 7 times coin multiplier. So he actually had to have a personal bug fix made for him just so that he could have his coin multiplier back. And ladies and gentlemen, this week I am very happy to announce that he tweeted out, "I got my 8 times coin multiplier back." Dude, I am really happy for you. I'm telling you, man, you did go down in history for needing a personal YouTube rank fix. Like, seriously, that's like never happened, and honestly, I don't know if it ever will again, so we'll need this documented. Guys, before we go any further in the episode, I'm gonna say this episode in particular you will really want to watch until the end, because there is a story that I'm going to cover that you do not want to miss. It is something that, oh my word, you guys are just gonna flip, so just stay through the episode and you will be very happy that you did. So let's get straight into our next story. Guys, this week there was an absolutely huge amount of forum posts and updates made by admins on Hypixel. I mean, there were just a ton of updates, guys, so our first one we're gonna cover is on Skywars. This forum post was made by dev/Noel that says, "Hey everyone, today I am excited to bring you a new Skywars update to the Hypixel server. We have updated several game lobbies, added a new Skywars Laboratory game mode, also removed the least popular modes, and brought back Ranked Skywars. Read on for full details." So here's the overview that he gave. It says, Ranked Skywars is back, new Skywars Lab mode, Slime. The removed Skywars Lab modes were Blizzard, Flores Lava, and Kill by Color. And they updated the game lobbies with new versions, Main Lobby, and Skywars. So man, there were some huge things in this overview right here. The main one, oh man, a lot of you will actually agree with me on this. They have a laboratory mode which brings back the Knockback 10 Slime Ball. That is something that a lot of you have wanted for quite some time, ever since they removed it, even myself. I mean, that was the joy of playing Skywars, fighting in the chest. Anyway, they did bring it back with a new laboratory mode. Now, of course, to me, this isn't a fully added back. I would honestly like to see this back added into the normal Skywars gameplay modes, but we will just have to see what happens. For now, it is definitely a good start, and I'm really glad that they finally brought it back. Another big thing is that they changed the lobbies completely. So here is a screenshot you can see here of the main lobby, and for Skywars as well. I mean, these look really fancy. I mean, there is so much detail into these. The build team did a phenomenal job. So if you somehow haven't checked out those lobbies yet, you definitely want to go do that. And then another huge thing in this update is the fact that Ranked Skywars has finally returned. Oh man, you guys have been freaking out about that being removed, because I mean, it is a huge game mode that requires a ton of time and effort, and so it being gone for so long really affects stuff, you know, you're not into it anymore, you know, that type of thing. But there is now no need to worry, guys, because Ranked Skywars did return, so that is so good to hear. And then of course the last thing he overviewed is that there are some laboratory modes that got removed. Now honestly, I didn't hear too much of a cry and an outpour from people about these modes getting removed, probably because, like the forum post says, they are the least popular modes. But nonetheless, if you would like more info on those, there is a link to the forum post in the description. But overall, man, what an update. That is just good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, there are just some YouTube videos that you just cannot make up. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite Hypixel giveaway YouTuber, Ben Mascot, uploaded a video this week titled "Applying for Admin on Hypixel." And oh my word, he actually applied for admin. Like, are you kidding me? This has got to be some kind of meme or joke. Like, I'm sure it is. I mean, he cannot be serious about this. Like, seriously, he's known for scamming giveaways and stuff. Like, that's just, honestly, it's all in the clickbait title. Like, that's the only reason I can imagine he's done this. But I mean, just look at those ratings. Not many people would be happy if he got admin. Well, now for our next story, we are going to get into the Zombies update that happened, the version 0.2 patch, and it added a ton of stuff, so let's get straight into it. This forum post was made by the admin A Punch, who said, "A new patch has been released for Zombies, available to test now in the prototype lobby. This patch aims to improve the replayability of Zombies by adding a new endless mode and harder difficulties for veteran players. We've also reduced the difficulty of the original mode, now called normal difficulty, to make it easier for newer players. Players seeking a harder challenge can simply play the harder difficulties." And then of course, just like the last forum post, he gives an overview on what's in it. He says, they added Endless Mode, a new mode that doesn't end at round 30. The original mode has been renamed Story Mode, and for those that don't get it, Story Mode is the name of the Minecraft version that goes on forever. He also says they added the ability to choose the difficulty of a game. You can play normal, hard, or RIP difficulty. They also added 3 new weapons in the weapons chest, which are the Gold Digger, Zombie Zapper, and the Puncher, which I'm not going to go into in detail. There'll just be a link in the in the description. The leaderboards are now separated into pages based on difficulty. They buffed the rifle and elder gun damage. They changed the zombie soaker particle effect, fixed mini-map exploits, and lots of bug fixes. Now, the main thing in that overview that I am going to cover, there are actually two things I'm going to cover, and those are the rip mode and endless mode. The first of those is endless mode, where A-Punch says, the current version of the game was very well received, but we realize many of you are too good at the game and need more than 30 mounts to quench your thirst for zombie blood. As a result, we've added endless mode. You can now enjoy killing zombies forever, and after round 30, enemies will become more difficult each round until your inevitable demise. The original mode, which will end after completing round 30, is now known as story mode. Endless mode is recommended for players who have beat story mode, but all are welcome to give it a try. Let us know how far you make it. And then they said that for testing reasons, the endless mode actually does have an end, and it ends at level 100, or around 100, I should say. So guys, round 100, that is absolutely insane. If any of you, I mean any of you, make it that far into the game, please send me a screenshot. I mean, I don't think it's ever been done before, but I could be wrong. So again, my Twitter is in the description. Just, I would love to see that. That's got to be insane. And then they also added a rip mode to zombies, which A-Punch summarizes by saying, do you like to watch the world burn? Enemies are extremely strong and difficult to beat. Good luck getting far in this mode, you're gonna need it. Ooh, that is intimidating, man. I must say, I haven't actually tried this mode out, so if you have, let me know in the comments, because I mean, doesn't sound like a cakewalk, folks. So that is gonna do it for that forum post. There'll be a link in the description if you would like some more info on it. But now it's time for a really happy story. This one is coming from Zyphalopagus, who tweeted out, officially applied for the YouTube rank on the Hypixel network. Hopefully all goes well. So dude, all props to you. Hopefully you do get YouTube rank. He currently has 28.7 thousand subscribers. Now, given how Skier didn't get it till 30,000, I can't say my hopes are high for him. That being said, he's literally only 1,000 away if he does not get accepted. So dude, if you're watching this, you've got nothing to worry about. Just another week or so and you'll be good to go either way. Man, well, this next story is one you might have experienced yourself. Recently on Hypixel, a bunch of random bans were happening for compromised accounts. And if that rings a bell, then you'll definitely want to stay for this story, because during this week, a few hundred players were banned for the same reason of compromised accounts, even though their account did not get hacked, and so for whatever reason, they were banned. Now, I was hearing a bunch about this, so I decided to tweet out, so many questions. Did Hypixel get hacked, or was there some crazy mistake, or what? Does anyone have answers? To which a head admin on Hypixel known as NoxD responded, no, the server has not been hacked. A few hundred people were banned a few hours ago for compromised account from an unknown source. So those people need to contact appeals after changing their password. If anything, those bans are actually saving them from bad stuff. Well, hopefully they did find this unknown source and they got it fixed so that this does not happen again. Now, he did say only a few hundred players got banned, so if you're one of those, let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you're watching this video and you're one of these people that got banned for a compromised account, and you're currently still banned, you saw it right there in the tweet, you definitely need to go to the appeal section of Hypixel and get yourself unbanned. Alright, well, I guess it's time for a little intermission into Hypixel. It's time for the weekly Hypixel milestones. The main one of this is that Grapeapplesauce hit 500,000 subscribers, Spifey the meme legend himself hit 40,000 subscribers, and Skeppy hit 150,000 subscribers, who tweeted out, I just realized we hit 150,000 today. Thank you guys. Sorry upload/streams have been a bit slow lately, but that's gonna change. So GG to all of you guys. Oh man, I was this close to getting into the milestones. As you can see, I'm 60 subscribers away currently. Well, I guess that's if you were watching the video early. I mean, hopefully I've hit 25,000. But yeah, again, GG to all of you guys. Well-earned achievements. So our next story is another update on Hypixel. It is for UHC, but it's not an official update. This is a UHC proposal update done by Tactful, who says, hey y'all, we are currently working on an update for UHC, developed mostly by Nitroholic. Keep in mind, none of this is final. We need your feedback on those new changes and features. This update currently includes the following. The first on this list is a new game mode for UHC, known as Event. This is what he said about it. Several times throughout the day, you can join and play this special time-limited event mode, which contains different modified types of UHC. Our current ideas for this include a 50 versus 50 mode, 200 player vanilla teams of 2 mode, and more. We're going to start slowly and progressively adding crazier modes in the future. Now, does this ring a bell, anybody? Ladies and gentlemen, that sounds a lot like the laboratory mode for Skywars. I mean, maybe it's just me, but it does sound a lot like it. And honestly, I think that's pretty cool. I don't know about you, but I would definitely like to see some more modes added to UHC. But I mean, did you see in that forum post, he said a 50 versus 50 person game of UHC. I don't know about you, but that sounds like absolute chaos to me. Goodness, I have so many speculations. We'll just have to wait till it comes out. Going back to the forum post, one of the suggestions was adding 3 new kits known as Alchemist, Farmer, and Horseman. Horseman. Now there are a couple things that I want to go over about these kits. First off, for those that don't know, the Horseman kit that I just talked about does not give you an egg to spawn on a horse. It only gives you materials in case you do find one. It's not like, oh no, is that going to give me Daredevil? Like, my goodness, that would be its own game mode. And then of course the most controversial kit in my opinion would be Alchemist. Oh, they are allowing you to get a kit that pretty much gives you a bunch of brewing supplies. Oh, that is going to be a kit that just everybody uses in teams. People are going to be running around with strength and speed. It's going to be craziness. Another awesome thing about this forum post is that he said they might add prestige kits for UHC, kind of like Mega Walls, and this is what he said about it. All kits will now have a prestige upgrade. In every game, one part of your kit will be upgraded, or you will receive additional items for that game. The upgraded section or additional items of each prestige kit will always change every game, but a prestige item is always given in each game played with a prestige kit. That's pretty exciting stuff, honestly. I would really like to see how this turns out. And yeah, the next proposal are two new professions, which are toolsmithing and equestrian. Toolsmithing is a chance to get double drops from iron and gold ore, and equestrian says that when riding a horse it becomes a percentage times faster while you are on it. The exception would be Daredevil. Yeah, well, I'm hoping that's the case, because I mean, Daredevil's already crazy as it is. But the main thing is that I really hope that horses cannot become Daredevil just by having this perk. I mean, like, is it a one-time thing? Like, okay, you ride it for a certain amount and then your horse just becomes faster, and that's the gradual speed, and that's the speed that it stays at for the rest of the time, or is it like you can just keep adding on speed until it reaches a certain point? Because I mean, if people can just naturally get Daredevil by this perk, UHC is going to be insane. I'll end off the forum post with these changes. Some of the new potential updates would be 5 new extra ultimates, some general changes, and some balance changes. So guys, let me know your feedback in the comments below. There has been a ton of discussion about this recently, and I personally, oh man, I've got so many thoughts on this, but I just want to wait till this actually does come out before I give any judgment or anything like that. However, this is not technically the end of the forum post, because within a day of making this forum post, Java Barman, a admin on Hypixel, gave an update on the UHC update that I just covered, and he said this. Yesterday, we released the UHC update proposal thread. We wanted to put out all our ideas on the table and have this giant discussion with the community. The goal has been met. Tons of great feedback, and after reviewing everything, it's time for round 2. Now, this is where he talks about some of the changes that they did to the last change that they talked about, and this, of course, is based on the feedback. The first change will be the new player features. Now, there is one really huge thing about this, and that is that it says that every kit upgrade would be 50% cheaper. Guys, we're talking half the price of every kit upgrade, but it does say that it will not include prestige, so be aware of that. But yeah, guys, if I were you, I would start saving up your coins, because you could be upgrading your kit right now, and you could be just wasting those coins you could be using for something else once the update comes out. Next, oh my word, into the new kit section, there is one major change, and they said, surprise, surprise, Alchemist did get removed. I knew it, folks. I called it before I even read the forum post. I mean, it was just going to be way too controversial of a kit. I mean, I can't even go on with that kit. It would just be pure madness, so it is no surprise that it did get removed. The next big shocker would be under the changes to the new professions, and that would be that the equestrian profession did get removed. You know, the one that can make a horse potentially like Daredevil? Yeah, I thought that might get removed, because I mean, the speed would be way too imbalanced, and it really could live up to be Daredevil. Like, that would just be way too overpowered. Now, for the new ultimates, it pretty much said that there's not really anything that they changed since the last forum post, and then there are some general changes that they said, but I'm not going to cover those. I'll just leave a link in the description if you would like to read up on them. Same goes with the balancing changes. There's just tons to cover. There's no way I could do it. So again, link is in the description, but overall, a good update on the admin's part. I can say I am really excited to see this update come out. Now, to end off this forum post, there is one thing in this forum post that they didn't talk about, and that would be the 50 versus 50 player UHC mode that they talked about adding. Like, there was nothing in there about it getting removed or nerfed. Like, guys, it is really going to be madness if that comes out. Like, just imagine Mega Walls or Mega Skywars being 50-50. Like, that would be crazy in itself, but I mean, oh man. Like I said, no judgment can be given until the update actually comes out. But yeah, nonetheless, a good update overall. Alright, you guys have stayed long enough. It is time for that juicy story that I told you about in the beginning of the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that I am so excited to cover, and you will be super excited once you hear this. This story is coming from Grapeapplesauce, the developer of Watchdog, the anti-cheat on Hypixel. The context you really don't need on this one. Pretty much, Grapeapplesauce was on a Spigot forum post talking to people about Watchdog or whatever, and it is something he said in this forum post in a reply that got me super excited and a bunch of other people really hyped. Pretty much, this person said, I think that the reason their NPC checks get bypassed from most clients these days is they haven't changed anything about them. Now, I don't know anything about that or any context to it, but I know that the main thing about it is that at the bottom of his reply, he said this: we're going to completely phase out the bot pending the deployment of the update. And for those that don't know what that means, ladies and gentlemen, you know how obnoxious it is when you're playing Blitz or Skywars or whatever, and there's just that Watchdog thing flying around your head going crazy, and you accidentally hit it and you think you're gonna get banned. I mean, some actually do, but nonetheless, pretty much what he's saying here is that in the next update of Watchdog, that bot that flies around your head will be be gone. Woo! Folks, can we just get a round of applause in the chat, in the comment section? I mean, just, oh man, that is so hype. Like, I cannot wait to not see that thing flying around me. Now, this was such a huge deal that I really wanted to make sure that it was Cryptkeeper that said this. I thought, well, it wasn't the official Hypixel forums, it could have been someone else. I really had to make sure it was officially Cryptkeeper, so I actually DM'd him on Twitter, and I did confirm that this is him who said it, so this is 100% confirmed. In the next update, that bot will be gone. Man, that's getting me excited just thinking about it. Well, now it's time for our last story. Oh man, this is quite the story, folks. You know the trend going around right now, the one where people are throwing diss tracks on each other? You know, there's ones involving KSI, the assignment, all that stuff. Just to throw out a couple names that have done diss tracks in the past. And recently that's really been a hit thing to make diss tracks on each other. I mean, even Hypixel YouTubers have gone against each other doing this. And this week would be no exception because JustVurb, a very well-known Hypixel Skywars YouTuber, made a diss track on none other than PrestonPlayz himself. The video is called Stole My Ideas and currently has over 100,000 views. But I mean, he did get quite a bit of hate on the video, and honestly, I bet the reason why is because, of course, this is a Minecraft diss track. Like, no matter how good you make it in Minecraft, that's always gonna get hate, because I mean, it is kind of cringy. But nonetheless, I mean, the diss track itself is actually pretty good, so I think I'll actually leave a link to it in the description if you're interested in that. But yeah, that is gonna wrap up the news today. Now it is time for the community shoutout. This one is going to Echogreen's Bedwars montage, and I gotta say, this montage was really well made. Again, no crazy fancy effects, just some good old-fashioned editing, and it was not like the last Bedwars montage that I gave a shout out to, because there are a lot of different editing techniques that I have not seen used before. I mean, just in general, if you don't get what I'm saying, just watch the video, you'll understand. There's like some split screens and stuff, like stuff you just wouldn't think about in a montage, and oh man, there's some parts in it that I just can't describe to you. I can't stress this enough. Just go watch the video. Again, just so you know, no one paid me to say that these are completely given out, but personally by me. So yeah, good montage, and now it is time for the play of the week. And this one is going to Halvorin's Mega Skywars Clutch, and oh man, he's going up against a team. They're all full diamond just like he is, and once again, he is cornered against the team. But he then gets some sick combos and block placements that are just crazy in themselves, and he ends up killing off all the attackers. I mean, I just don't want to spoil too much for you guys. Without further ado, roll the clip. Dude, those were some insane moves right there. But that is going to do it for today's episode of Hypixel. Guys, if you've loved this episode, putting a like on the video would be much appreciated, and it shows that you like what I do here. If you've got any news to submit, there is my Discord and Twitter in the description. If you would like to submit to the play of the week, there is a link in the description as well for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and other than that, Hypixel Nation now over 24,940 subscribers, and I'll see you next time.